Hi everybody, welcome to. I bought some new earphones yesterday. Bloody hell, they're loud. God, I didn't realise how rubbish the other ones were. Hi everybody, been a long old week. Hope you're doing okay. I'm What's Left of Russ Kane. This is the Daily Show. Welcome. Got a fantastic special guest coming up. She's won like a gazillion awards and probably got brownie badges and all sorts of other things. But first, you know him? Some of you love him. I like him, but I'm not putting it further than that. He is our very own fearless theatre critic. I know him as JB. You know him as Professor Jonathan Baz.
Good day.
I've uprated you for 2026.
Thank you very much.
I figure if my old pal Jonathan Shallett is now a professor, you can be a professor.
Lovely. I will be. You'll see that with the increase in my invoice accordingly for services rendered.
Yeah. You know Andrix. Precisely. Right. You've pulled a massively famous rabbit out of your enormous hat, fella.
Well, quite. I'm very excited that.
Okay. Is that your excited face?
This is my excited face.
Jesus.
And I guess is it still too late to say Happy New Year? I think
yes, it is too late. Get on with it. I've already done three funerals this year, so stop it. Let's move on.
I'll still wish you.
Anyway, and a healthier than last year, which was diabolical. So
good.
Healthier this year.
And may we all, as a general rule, try and be healthier than last year.
Oh yeah, please.
It's a good philosophy.
You'll be coming to bushy. Anyway, there we go.
Right. So without moving swiftly on, before Christmas, I headed up the M1 to Leicester to see The Sound of Music.
You did, remember?
I have to say, having reviewed a number of pantomimes and musicals in the run-up to Christmas, in the category of musicals, I don't think there was anything finer that opened on a stage in this country other than Nikolai Foster's production of The Sound of Music, which is continuing to play at the Curve Leicester for one more week.
Okay.
It has the glorious. I'm just making sure that my earphone is correctly
we can hear you beautifully.
And luckily I can hear you too as well.
Even better.
The show has got the young geniuses of Molly Lynch and David Seaton-Young and the leads of Maria and Captain Von Trapp. However, for me, one of the absolute delights of the show was to see an actress who I first encountered, and it's frightening to say, some 33 years ago.
Impossible. You mean 3 years ago? It's a typo. It's a typo in your head.
33 years ago.
You've already pissed off our guest. You've pissed her right off.
No, the fact is, she still
believe what you do.
She still looks.
I can't believe it.
So anyway, 33 years ago,
and you've annoyed her.
I first came across this woman's genius, Olivier Award-winning genius, where she played Julie Jordan in Nicholas Heitner's Carousel at the National Theatre.
Yes, I saw that.
It was an outstanding performance. Since then, I've lost count of all the things that I've seen her in, and she went on to win a further Olivier in My Fair Lady, and also managed to garner a handful of other Olivier nominations along the way. It is my greatest pleasure, Russ, to invite you to click the button and bring Joe Riding into the show this morning.
There she is.
Hello. Wow. Praise indeed.
Whilst it was 33 years ago to see your Julie Jordan, you haven't aged.
I can only apologize.
No, the point is,
you
haven't aged a jot.
Tactless fool.
Yes, of course. I was only 14 when I played Julie. Yes, of course.
They made you up to look a bit older. I get it.
Absolute toddler. But it is a delight to have you here. You have accomplished so much, and with a quick nod towards that great production of Carousel, the eagle-eyed screen watchers amongst us might notice that on my windowsill behind me, I have here a prop from that show, which Joe very kindly gave to me. And in that particular production, Joe was Julie Jordan. And this prop, I believe, hung on the wall of Nettie Fowler's house and on stage. And it is this most gorgeous quote from You'll Never Walk Alone. When you walk through a storm, keep your chin up high and don't be afraid of the dark. Probably some of the most fabulous lyrics that Rodgers and Hammerstein have created. Joe, of course, didn't sing that song in that production.
But why are you bringing it up?
Well, because she did in 2021 at the Open Air Theatre,
you see,
where she returned to Carousel. And I have to say that truly was a spine-tingling moment. I'm aware that I'm doing all the talking at the moment. A spine-tingling moment. Having seen
might as
Joe.
well have invited Marcel Marceau on the show, for Christ's sake. God almighty. I want to hear all this one.
Anyway, however, up in Leicester at the moment, Joe is playing the Mother Abbess in The Sound of Music, where, of course, she gets to open the show and close both acts with Climb Every Mountain.
Oh, God. What a
stunning performance. Right, I'm now going to STFU, as the phrase goes.
Thank God.
And
thank you.
Joe, really, tell me all about you and the Mother Abbess and everything else.
I want to hear about the award-winning cheese farm from your youth. Because I love cheese. And when I saw that, I thought, well, too big of an opportunity to miss.
Yeah, blessed are the cheesemakers. I am a cheesemaker's daughter.
There you go.
In a dairy, as a dairy maid, or working with Doris in the little cheese shop we had on the farm that was called Miss Muffet's, of course.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, and you'd think I'd be sick of cheese, but I love cheese.
Me too. If you ever want to hang out just having cheese, I'm your man.
The date.
I could only dream of such a thing. Right. Okay. Back to Jonathan Baz's intelligent question, rather my fromage diversion. So, tell us all about your fabulous role and this fantastic run.
Oh, it's one of the most famous songs, isn't it, in the Rodgers and Hammerstein collective. I mean, I've got to sing. I was able to sing You'll Never Walk Alone, and now I get to sing Climb Every Mountain. But at the same time, quite terrifying, because I'd just been doing a show called Old Friends, which is a celebration of Sondheim. Of course, there's that wonderful connection between Sondheim and Hammerstein. But vocally, I'd been in this place where I was just belting my head off every night and doing daft character voices. And then, of course, I'm invited to sing this beautiful song, and I've got no head voice at all left. So I really had to go back to singing lessons and start do re mi again, basically from the start. It's beautifully arranged by George Dyer. The whole musical is, but Mother Abbess, I think people know her mostly through the film, but actually she's rather more featured, wouldn't you say, Jonathan, in the musical, in the stage version, which of course came first. And I get also to sing the wonderful My Favorite Things, which again doesn't happen, and I get to sing that with Molly, with Maria. And I mean, I grew up with these songs. I mean, who didn't? Yeah. Who didn't? You know, they're sort of embedded deep in us, aren't they? And Maria was one of those roles that passed me by. I'd always wanted to play her, but never got the chance to. So this is second best thing, really, to come and play Mother Abbess. And she's such a warm, kindly figure. I think sometimes she's played rather more austerely than I play her.
I always think of her in my head as, you know, pretty stern and foreboding.
Well, I sort of came to the... Go on, Jonathan.
Well, so I have to say, whilst the cast of this production of The Sound of Music had me very much looking forward to the show, it has never been one of my favorites. I've always found it hard work until this production, because the cast that is assembled on this stage have absolutely unlocked the humanity and the humor, as well as the underlying threat and tragedy and darkness that gives Sound of Music its weight and its heft. But and Joe just talked about my favorite things, the double act that she sings with Molly, and it is just gorgeous. I mean, I have to say, the scenery, as the lights go down and you're presented with the scenery of what they've done, they basically transported the Alps into the middle of Leicester. I kid you not. Alps, snow, running stream. It is unbelievable.
Michael Taylor's set is beautiful. It's stunning.
It is gorgeous. We've got the nuns led by Joe singing, and excuse me, I can't remember the name of that opening beautiful song that the nuns go through as the curtain
how to
rises.
solve a problem. How to solve a problem.
But there's even something more choral that opens just before
that. The Dixit Day. Yeah, it's a Latin prayer, but sung. Yeah,
which is absolutely enchanting, and I swear you are lifted off your seats by the beauty of this singing. And then, of course, the musical gets into its thrust. You've got the humor of how do you solve a problem like Maria. And then we meet Maria picking her way down the hillside, straight in, singing the Sounders. She's more pop, as I said in my review, Molly is more pop star than postulant as she portrays this take on Maria. But it is
no idea what the word postulant means. I'm looking like I understand.
Trainee nun, trainee.
Oh yeah, I knew that.
Trainee novice like nun.
Joe,
I did have to Google it.
I'm going to jump in.
Go on.
Two things. One, Jonathan, who I've had the pleasure of knowing for a few years now, if he doesn't like something, trust me, he absolutely destroys it on this show. So hearing him wax so lyrical is like, has he had a Road to Damascus moment here? It's amazing. It's lovely. What is it that you think is so because I'm fascinated. I know I rarely go to musicals, I'll be honest, it's not really my thing, but I do love Sound of Music. What is it that's so enduring about this show? Because it is, isn't it? You think about it. It hasn't gone out of fashion.
No. It's a combination, I think, of the ability of Rodgers and Hammerstein together to write the most soaring songs, extraordinary songs. But the Sound of Music is also it's a fascinating story, isn't it? It's about the power of music. Here we have a musical that is music, celebrating the power of music to support hope, courage, unity, and you have this big baddie. You've got the Nazis, and the backdrop is the Anschluss, which is the annexation of Austria, and you have this wonderful leading character, this girl who has this marvelous journey of discovery about herself, and she brings music back into this family, and through music gives everyone the courage to take on this huge mountain that is this hideous threat of tyranny. It's just a cracking story with cracking songs, and I think it's helped that it's been on our screens every bloody Christmas for the last 30 years.
Yeah,
because
it's
kind of got into our very beings. But yeah, I mean, Rodgers and Hammerstein, they did change the face of musical theatre writing, didn't they? They paved the way for the likes of Sondheim or what have you to come. They completely transformed what musical theatre was, and the ability of to tell a story through music.
Sorry, Russ.
I'm just so fascinated because I know Jonathan was raving about this show when he went to see it. I'm just fascinated how a musical, which can often be light, please don't be offended, but and they're dealing with real existential threat of the worst kind. It doesn't get any worse than the Nazis coming and rearranging your entire life. Yeah, it's done. So it's kind of almost a musical in two parts, isn't it? Because there's real peril and jeopardy, and there's beauty and charm and family life. It's a masterpiece, really, if you think about it.
And it's a hallmark, I think, of Rodgers and Hammerstein. They did pick quite dark themes. You think of Carousel, you think of Oklahoma, you think of the racism in South Pacific that's dealt with. It's all these quite dark things that they were so ahead of their time, I think. But then, of course, you know, you have that dark story, and I think when I say ahead of their time, I really do mean that, because I don't necessarily think those themes were necessarily developed by early directors. It's only really now, I feel, that directors and maybe audiences have the palette for it to take on those darker themes and really handle them. I mean, Jonathan mentioned our Carousel at Regent's Park, which really did take the darker side of those themes, and with the backdrop of the Me Too movement and what have you, run with them. Not to everyone's taste, because you've always got your purists out there who think, oh, don't mess. But I'm a great believer in keeping pieces of theatre relevant. Otherwise, they die dusty on a shelf, don't they? If you don't let directors play with them, some will fall on their asses doing that, but more often than not, they keep that piece of music alive for the next generation and making it pertinent. So those darker themes, it's wonderful as an actor to be able to get your teeth into those. But it's important to tap into them and there's much more flesh on the bones and makes the story far more interesting.
And I think what has been unlocked in this production is it's such a Nikolai Foster, who's directed it, has really opened it up. Every single lyric, every single line is taken to the max. And even when you look at some of the smaller supporting roles, I think of Faye Brooks, who's playing Elsa Schrader. And she has a very small role of ultimately her failed love for Captain Von Trapp, and she makes it fly in a relatively small role with just superb acting on stage. But throughout, from the moment the curtain rises on Joe's magnificent mother Abbess, this show is just a winner. For anyone who's watching, who would like to jump in their car or on the train, head up to Leicester. It's on for one more week. Full disclosure, when this show ends, I'm jumping into the Bazmobile, scooping up Mrs. Baz, and we will be heading up the M1 to catch another production, because my better half was unable to accompany me on press night to see the show before Christmas.
You didn't invite her. Be honest, you just didn't invite her.
Well, first, Russ, when you turned me down, first of all, you know,
He gives me about.
She was second on the list.
I get a WhatsApp from this genius. Goes, what are you doing tonight? Jonathan, can I have more than 20 minutes notice to go up west and see a fabulous show? Can I ask you, as an actor, I know you call yourself an actor, I don't want to be rude to say actress, obviously actor is the way forward now. How much does a director, for those who are not in the industry at all, I don't do serious acting at all, did Panto for 9 years, that was enough for me, thank you very much, with Lionel Blair, more than enough. How much does a director, what influence does he, because he doesn't just say, well, Joe, you stand over there, and Maureen, you go. Could you explain to people who don't go to the theatre or live in the theatre like Jonathan, how much difference they make, how they imbue a show with their vision?
Well, first of all, I guess they're the ones with the vision that, together with a designer, lighting, sound, will come together with a vision, an idea of how they want to put this production across, and then they will cast it accordingly. And the better directors, I think, are the ones that once cast, they trust their actors. And it's not a dictatorship. You go here, you say it like this, what have you. They encourage and nurture the performance out of their actors and trust them. And Nikolai is one of those directors. He nurtures. It's a very generous rehearsal room. You're free to come up with ideas, to speak your mind, to play. It's important to let actors to let actors play. But yeah, directors are there to guide the show, and quite often they'll find themselves surprised and say, "Oh, I quite like where you're going with that. I hadn't foreseen that. Let's run with that." But they're really sort of like a generous guide, and we sometimes get carried away with ourselves as actors, and and you're rightly told when you've flown away from the mark. But that's they're there to guide the vision. But it should be collaborative. A rehearsal room should feel collaborative. And I have to mention, one of the American imports that I dislike is the term the creative team. I dislike this because the creative team doesn't include the actors. You have the talent and you have the creative team, which sort of seems to suggest that the talent aren't at all creative.
Yes.
And I really, and there is a sort of methodology in musical theatre where the director says, right, you're gonna, and it tends to be more on the dancing aspect. You hit 13 and you hit 7 and then you hit 5 and then you go back to 13. And it's like, my brain goes, why? Why do you want me on number 5? I want to know why I'm on number 5. So it's that. It's how I like it. I love rehearsal time. It's my favorite time of doing a show. It should be collaborative. It should be full of ideas bouncing off each other, actors bouncing off each other. But yes, so for your listeners, that's what a director should be, a marvelous guide.
Sounds like rehearsal time is one of your favorite things. Sorry.
Hey!
These are a few of my favorite things. Yes, very good. Very good.
That's fantastic.
Joe, what can I say? Thank you ever so much for joining us. I
Thank you
cannot
for
wait
Really
to see
appreciate it. I was so excited. He said, "Guess what? I have no idea." And he said, "You're like, oh my God." So thank you very, very, very much for coming.
Thank you. I do apologise for the setting. I'm in a hotel room, so hence the sort of slightly makeup.
Nice. Nothing wrong with a travel lodge. Nothing wrong with a travel lodge whatsoever. I used to
I just
stay in
realised
them
my
all over.
pillow is in the background. I didn't sleep on the sofa.
I wonder.
Yeah, this is Joe riding OnlyFans. There you go. That's
Mr. Kane, behave yourself.
It's a whole new show. Joe, thank you so much. And Jonathan, thank you for managing to persuade Joe to join us on the Midday Show. Really have a wonderful rest of the run. I hope it all is fabulous for you.
Thank you. We've just got a week left, and then it's all done.
Enjoy every moment of it.
I'm looking forward to this evening. Joe, goodbye. Thank you.
So much.
Thank you.
Bye. Fantastic.
Indeed.
Wow, I like what a marvelous person.
Indeed. Very, very talented.
Hugely talented and charming. How lovely is that?
Well, quite. Well, that makes a change because usually I don't get to work with charming people on this show.
No, I know. Nor me.
Anyway, let me also touch on other theatrical stuff.
Okay.
I was at this week the opening night of Woman in Mind. Alan Ayckbourn wrote it. Michael Longhurst has directed it.
Can I jump in? Is he? Forgive me. Is he? Alan
I believe so.
Still with us, or is he still with us?
I'm sure one of your avid listeners will confirm.
Alan Ayckbourn, is he with us or no?
Will endorse that. I believe he still is.
Great.
Sheridan Smith plays Susan, the lead character in Woman in Mind, and I have to say, I've never taken hugely to Ayckbourn. I find a lot of his comedy is often not to my liking, goes a little bit too dark with stuff that really, in my opinion, ultimately is not funny. Woman in Mind is deeply dark. Sheridan Smith is Susan. She is suffering really, and excuse my amateur diagnosis, suffering from psychosis. She has a psychotic condition.
This is a comedy.
well, there are people chuckling at times, which I
a swerve.
And the play brilliantly intervenes between her interactions with her real life, much put upon husband, and her imaginary husband and her imaginary children, as we see her life unraveling in front of us on stage.
Oh, I don't want to see
that. It's tough.
Mm-hmm.
I could hear, as well as the odd chuckle, which wasn't chuckle worthy, there were people quietly sobbing around me as well. The performance is brilliant. The play is 40 years old, and it is, I would say, it is a work of real craftsmanship in the writing and in the performance. And I salute what Joe Riding just said about the creative input coming from the talent, the actors, as well as just the vision of the director.
That's why they're called the talent.
Indeed.
Serious.
But Sheridan Smith takes us on this journey of brilliance, and it's West End. It's only on until the end of February. I think it's then got a brief week in Sunderland and a brief week in Glasgow. Yep, it's a short run, but as theatre goes, it's fantastic. Cleverly written, brilliantly performed, very moving, and for those who are not familiar with the play, as I was not before I saw it, it's you realize, you discern what's going on through the fog of Susan's own inability to struggle to differentiate between what is reality and what is being created in her mind. It is very, very clever theatre. It's like I said,
and Sheridan Smith, obviously reading between the lines, is good. When she's on form, she's unstoppable. When she's
fine. To be fair, I nearly always find her to be fantastic. She was in a musical that was a little bit iffy a couple of years ago called Opening Night.
Oh, well, that bombed.
Yeah, correct. And I've got to say, I don't think that was down to her. I think it was down to
down to the script. It
was down to Rufus Wainwright, who needs to do other things.
Who blamed? I remember it. He blamed Brexit, and I thought, geez, that is so lame.
Yeah,
you're blaming Brexit because your play stinks.
He writes the odd good song. He on this occasion.
Don't say that to Joe Good. Don't say, oh my God, Joe Good adores Rufus Wainwright.
Well, as I say, he writes the odd. Go for it.
No, here we go. This is from Mark Simmons. Hi, Jonathan. Have you seen Charles Dickens's The Signalman in theatre? And if you have, would you recommend it?
Okay, well, that's very simple. No, I haven't.
I think that's a ghost.
It is a ghost story. I haven't seen it, so I am unable to recommend it. Oh, so
that was a bit of a cul-de-sac of a conversation. I'm sorry about that, Mark.
What's that law of politics? Never ask a question or the law of a good barrister is you never ask a question that you're not sure of the answer that you're going to get back from the witness. And
I always say to people when they get nosy, I said, I'll answer. I actually do. I say, I'll answer your question. You're absolutely sure you want an answer to that? Because I will answer.
I'll remember that.
And they go,
to be fair, though, I'll try hard to remember that in future because
but it's true. I've often done that either in negotiations or just in personal interactions, because people have this thing. They think you can ask anything. Yeah, you can. You're going to get an answer. Doesn't mean you're going to like the answer.
For sure.
Yeah. What are you looking forward to in 2026 apart from more time with the great Mrs. Baz? I mean, theatre.
Well, the open air theatre has got Cats coming to it, which will be interesting. Yes. We've got Jesus Christ Superstar coming to the Palladium.
Not with Cynthia Doodad. Please tell me no. God.
I don't believe she's in production, but of course she will be in Dracula in a few weeks.
She's playing the teeth.
She's playing everything. It is a one-woman production.
Is she? Well, that's something not in my diary then. Good.
So, that's. I'll reserve my judgment until I've seen the show.
I had wonderful conversation with people who work with her. Moving on.
Okay.
Moving on. So is this going to be a stage play? Dracula. It's going to be a stage play.
It's being converted
It should be very good in it. I mean, joking aside, she'll be brilliant in it.
She is, and I have to
She
say,
creeps me out just looking
she
at her. So she will be so
is,
good.
when it comes to her professional technical skill,
Yeah, she's
Cynthia
very good.
Erivo is extremely good.
Oh, she's very good. No,
she's
no,
outstanding. She's outstanding. I think RADA have rightly recognised her within the last year or so as their president. She has had a meteoric rise.
Yeah, from nowhere to everywhere.
Indeed, and but deservedly so. You know, I remember her in The Colour Purple at the Menier Chocolate Factory. Gosh, 10, 11 years ago. You know, she did blow the roof off that the theatre with her role in that. So yeah,
I've got to tell you something. I'm slightly distracted, JB, and I'll tell you for why. And I'm loving this section, but on my screen, on my control screen, I can see the magnificent and fragrant Chantal Rickards. I think she's in a car.
Right.
I think she's in a car. Now, being a petrol head, so the whole 15 minutes of our first thing will be what car, what is she? I want a full car review. She's going to sit in the car. Why is she in the car? What's going on?
Well,
you're back in a couple of weeks, fella. You back in a couple of weeks?
Well, funnily enough, I will go through my schedule. I think 2 weeks could be a push for me, but if I'm not back in 2 weeks, I'll be back shortly there, as soon as possible thereafter.
Because I know, joking aside, and I know we rip into each other as people do when they know each other well. So many people say, "Did Jonathan like them?" I'm thinking of going to something. What did Jonathan think? I'm not his representative here on earth, but I know a lot of people hang on your every word. So
well, that's very pleasing to hear.
Well, of course they do. Right. Have a wonderful time until we see you again. Safe journey up the M1.
Thank you.
Don't forget to
I wish you well.
Scratchwood Services and have a cup of coffee for 17 guineas. Right.
Will do.
Until then, bye-bye. Right, the great JB, Jonathan Baz. Okay. I want to know why she's in the car. Which has piqued my curiosity. You know what I'm like. I'm very nosy being a writer. Ladies and gentlemen, you know her. You adore her. She has an OBE. She is Chantal Rickards. And no picture. Fantastic. I can see her and no picture at all. Where are you? What do you do? Press a button or something. What's going on? Can you hear me? You can't hear me. What's going on? This is weird. I'm pressing add to stage and nothing comes up. What's going on here? Whoa. Chantal. Oh, I'm going to try this one now. All right, let's try that. No, that doesn't work either. Oh, come on. This is no good. Chantal Rickards OBE. I don't know what's going on here. I'm going to take you down. Right, I can see you. It's very odd. Boom. Nothing. Can you hear me? No, she's got... My late mum used to say, Russie, she said, Russie, if you want something doing, do it yourself. Now she's disappeared into the ether, which gives me time to say this. I just want to thank you again to everybody all over the world. I got, when my little Ebony, which is a dog before you think, she was my mini schnauzer, which you know, she was nearly 17. She was the center of my universe. And she passed away New Year's Eve. Marvelous timing. Thanks. Thank you, fates. Anyway, I got over 1,000 messages. 1,000 messages. I was like, what? How do you know this little dog? What's going on here? I did try to respond to 1,000 people because I don't have a life. No, I did my best. If I didn't get back to you, I sincerely apologize. I hugely appreciate that. Yeah, I was crying my eyes out, obviously, in the vet, as you do. And but you got to do, if you got a dog, if Jacqueline Cow's still watching, yeah, she's in the, Paul, I don't know where maybe she's in the Blackwall Tunnel or something, got her lights off. Where is she? Is she back? No, she's not there. So we got this. Is Chantal driving in the dark? I think she's orchestral maneuvers in the dark. I don't know what the hell she is. I think she's in the Blackwall Tunnel or down a coal mine at midnight with the lights off. Don't know. But she hasn't connected. Anyway, back to Ebony before Chantal's choices. Back to Ebony. You got a pet, and I know the lovely Jacqueline Cale, who trained me as a cellarman, along with Shelley Waddle Jackson. You're right. You're right here, Bebs. You've got to do the thing that's right for your dog or cat or horse, whatever it is. You can't be selfish about it, right? You can't be selfish about it. You know, the selfish, we want them to be there forever. They're everything to us. We want them there forever, right? And we want them to just quietly drift off in their favourite basket or on their favourite chair. But as the vet said to us, life isn't like that. It doesn't work out like that. And it was ghastly. It was my nightmare. It was my nightmare come to fruition. But we get through the other side. And it was the best thing for her. But all I really wanted to say was thank you so much. Been a busy week for funerals. Hey, been a busy week. And I've gone from one funeral that was absolutely charming, only 4 people in the chapel. She was a very old lady. And obviously all her pals had passed, except for her. There she is. She's gone again. What? She is teasing us. She is teasing us with her Chantalness. That's what she's doing. She's look. This is if I do add to stage. That's what I get. The square root of sod all. Nothing. Can you hear us? Chantal Rickards OBE on location.
Coming.
Oh, for God's sake! Well, so's Christmas. All right, look. Never mind. Just talk to us because we can imagine your fabulousness. Right.
Oh, you can hear me then?
Oh, I can hear you now. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Over. Right.
I've put.
Over.
For some reason, I've turned off the camera, which doesn't make any sense at all. So apologies.
And there you're back now. There you are. We can
right.
see you.
Okay.
And
I
we can hear
see.
you.
Right.
Look, I don't want to be rude, but Bentleys. I know you're in a Bentley, and they're meant to have great connectivity.
Sadly, not in a Bentley. If only I were in a Bentley, I would be in the back seat and somebody else would be.
Hey! Oh, sorry,
but
I misunderstood.
That isn't me. No, I am not in a Bentley.
And she's gonna go. Do you know how hard it is for me to not start effing and blinding? Because I got a very potty mouth and I'm trying to be really, really polite. Anyone who knows me knows I'm that close to going. I got to say this. Let's have a quick. Hey, Robert Van Buren, horologist to the stars. Right, let's try again.
Okay.
Right. Why are you in a car?
I'm.
Why?
Well, I'm between places, and I
no
thought
shit,
I was going...
Sherlock. Obviously, where are you?
Yes. Well, I thought I was going to be close enough to somewhere that had an office-like environment so that I could speak to you just quite normally.
Are you in Montana? What are you in Wyoming?
No.
Trying to get to Wandsworth.
I'll tell you exactly where I am. I am 500 yards from where I first saw the Beatles in 1965.
Hammersmithodian?
No, but I am outside. I'm outside the Bournemouth Pavilion, just along from the Bournemouth Winter Gardens.
Oh my God!
Yes, and I was trying to angle the camera so that you could see a palm tree in the background and a Ferris wheel and the sea.
So I can pretend that you were in Santa Monica, right? And Gloria Miller, my mate Gloria Miller would walk by and go, hi, and I go, hi, Gloria.
She would indeed.
Oh,
so no, this is where I am for now. Later I will be in another undisclosed location later on. But right now, I am on a shopping trip in Bournemouth, but not in front of a desk or not.
Did you get lost coming out of Wandsworth? I mean, the one-way system is a pig. I agree with you. And many a time I've been on the wrong side of the river because I've been in the wrong lane. But
no, I came down. It's very boring, but briefly, I came down to meet a girlfriend who is the mother of a bride-to-be in June. And for some reason, Bournemouth seems to have a lot of mother of the bride shops.
Okay. Do they know I do celebrant services? Spread the word.
I'll tell them.
Spread the word, for God's sake.
I'll tell them. So we have been mother of the bride shopping this morning, and all I can say is that it was grandmother of the bride that was on display. I mean, I don't know how old they think mothers of brides are these days, but the
Young, they're
outfits
young,
were
for God's sake.
just, well, they were all for 90-year-olds. So complete waste of time as far as I can work out.
Were
But
there
anyway.
baths? Were there baths with little doors and shoes with Velcro? I mean,
Just very nearly. I mean, it was sort of all, very pale pinks, very pale oranges, quite a lot of things in grey, lots of nylon. If I'd taken a match,
nylon?
Yeah, oh yes, quite a lot.
You can set yourself on fire with that. Do a quick dance on the dance floor. Sparks everywhere.
Lots of synthetic fabrics, and bit of a waste of time. But anyway, it's been absolutely fascinating.
Well, don't you go down to Bournemouth just to die? I mean, basically, that's the thing about Bournemouth. Just go and die there. It's like Florida, isn't it?
Bournemouth is a bit of a strange place because it's a sort of it's split in two in that it's got this enormous student population, and it's got a lot of very, very, very elderly people. So it's an odd city. I lived here when I was a child, just for a couple of years, between the ages of 5 and 7. But for years, it was after that when we moved to North Dorset. It was still the big town that we came to, go out to. It's where we did all our Christmas shopping. This coming in from Yorkshire,
is it where all the shop windows are bifocal?
Well, I have to say,
gag.
At the moment, all the shop windows are made of wood.
Why?
Yeah, well, because the place is boarded up. It feels like it sort of died on its arse, to be honest. And I'm sorry if people love Bournemouth, but
I always used to go to Bournemouth a lot. A friend of the family had a hotel. We used to go down there. A guy called Ricky. I haven't seen him in 40, 50 years. And the air in Bournemouth, I'm not being sarcastic, I mean it, sends you to sleep. There's something about the air in Bournemouth. It's incredibly soporific. Yeah.
Well, the sea air is fabulous, and the beaches here are actually really, really
they're very nice, aren't they?
Yeah, very nice indeed. Big sandy beaches, and then.
So you're saying that Bournemouth is fallen into like sad times?
Yeah, it's not quite awful. Blackpool, but it feels a bit as though it's on the way to Blackpool.
Do you know on Strictly when they bang on and bore you shitless for weeks leading up to we're going to Blackpool, we're going to Blackpool. I go, have you ever freaking been to Blackpool? I had to on tour, and I went to Blackpool several times. I'm not in a rush to go back, although I have to say I did a gig in the Tower Ballroom. It was magnificent, absolutely as great as Claudia and Tess and all the rest of them bang on about. It was incredible doing a gig there. Fabulous.
No, it was the place to go, and the tower is still actually pretty magnificent.
Yeah.
And the front, walking up and down the prom is still a thing in Blackpool, and the Blackpool lights. I think the Blackpool lights that used to go on for 2 weeks in September now last for most of the year, as far as I can work out.
No way you put them up. They can't be asked to take them down. It's like the Christmas decorations. It's like the Christmas decorations in Neil Long's house. Go there June and July. They are still there. And you go, Longy, why is it all up? Well, it's nearly Christmas now. That's his answer.
Indeed.
Have you seen anything? Right. Have you seen The Night Manager?
Before we do that, I have to say how sorry I am about Ebony. Because I feel as though Ebony has been part of our lives for a long time. All the people who love this show have known of Ebony whilst you've been chatting about her in warm ways for many years. And I'm very sorry that she is no longer a listener.
Me too. Do you know what? Even during this show, I'm glancing over there because that's where she normally would be when I do the show. And it's weird because it's just an empty space now. But everything went to very, very good homes. It all went to the National Animal Welfare Trust. I think I've got that right.
Oh, okay. Well
done. Took it up there. I didn't want to sell it. I wanted it to go to little dogs or big dogs, really, that needed it. So they've got all of that stuff, and it's gone to a very good home. And they were so charming there, and I highly recommend them. The National Animal Welfare Trust.
Oh well, that's good. I'm pleased to hear that.
Yeah, well, there we are. But bless you. Thank you.
No,
thank you. Yeah, it's kind of weird. Even if I'm out coming back from doing some work, I think, well, I can't be late because I've got to let Ebony. Oh, for God's sake, of course you don't. Don't be silly. Anyway, there we are. It's okay. I feel much better about it because she's in a much happier place. That's all that matters. She's much happier now.
Yeah.
Paul Claridge says this. Yes, Bournemouth suffering a slow and painful death. The town feels like a ghost town.
Yeah.
But the seafront and beach is still a great place to visit. Sad.
Indeed.
Very sad.
It
Have
is
you
sad.
seen The Night Manager?
Well, I was just about to say you might not have been watching telly for the last week because you may have been sitting in a slough of despond with the
No,
curtains
not at all.
drawn.
No. Can I clear something up?
Yes.
In the vet, when the decision had to be made in the morning, I wouldn't do it there and then. I gave myself the rest of the day to really come to terms with it, and we went back to the vets. Okay, we were down in the country, and I cried like a baby.
Oh.
I couldn't let her go. Then when she passed, she was still in my arms, and I'm still crying and sobbing. And then I was over it. And you have to be, because it's got to be done. It's got to be done. You know, she's always been in my heart. I adored her, but you know, it was the right time. She got very ill. And
have you written about it, Russ? Because I know that your writing is so wonderful and can be used for cathartic purposes. And I just wondered whether you'd actually written about it.
No, not really.
No.
Not yet. I mean, as I said, I don't. Well, I may or may not. It's you kind of put this in. I'm going to go where you shouldn't go, right? I'm just going to go there. When you've watched your wife die from cancer, and you say goodbye to her, and then you got 5-year-old twins to bring up, and thank God I had wonderful help, right? It kind of, you have a level of perspective. And although Ebony I loved her unconditionally, and she was a grumpy little sod, but she loved me in her own mini schnauzer way. Yeah, you know, you got to put it, and she's in a better place.
Okay.
And if you have nearly 17 years, and to get 1,000 messages, and that was
good Lord, that's incredible.
Yeah, I had nearly 1,000 messages. I could not believe it.
Astonished.
And I tell you what, if people think, oh, I bet he takes it for granted, it meant so much. It was so supportive. It was so uplifting, and it really healed. So there we go. That's it. Right, on to The Night Manager.
On to The Night Manager, because we can't talk about anything else this week. Have you caught up with the first 2 episodes? And did you watch series 1?
Absolutely. Yeah, I watched series 1 and I loved it.
Yeah.
And I thought, oh, I hope I haven't screwed up series 2. I binge watched 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Love it. Oh.
Yeah. Well, we had to wait 10 years. It's been a rather long wait.
10 years?
10 years. It is 10 years since I interviewed Tom Hiddleston and Hugh Laurie in Los Angeles when they were running around.
Oh, with that girl who's 28 feet tall.
With the girl 28 feet tall called Elizabeth Debicki.
That's
who's the
one.
Australian, tall, blonde Australian actress.
Yeah, I don't know why I noticed her. No idea.
No, she has got an extraordinarily beautiful figure. But no, so Hugh and Tom came over. They were trying to sort of, sell their wares, as it were, and big up the show for BAFTA members. Yeah. And I think BAFTA members must have been on drugs that week, frankly, because they were not nominated for a BAFTA for the first Night Manager, which 10 years down the line still feels completely extraordinary.
It's really good. Hugh Laurie was a sensation.
Fantastic. And the earlier series, clearly we haven't got quite the cast that we had last time. We had gorgeous Hugh Laurie. We had a lot of Olivia Colman. We had a lot of
the least of Olivia Colman that I see at the moment. Thank you, the better.
Okay. Tom Hollander.
Shit list.
Oh, okay.
Tom Hollander, fabulous.
Tom Hollander,
actor. Oh, I love it.
Well, he played a character called Corky. And so Corky is not coming back, but Corky reappears as Tom Hiddleston's dog.
Oh!
Did you notice that when he picks the dog up, when the dog runs to the door, he picks the dog up and he refers to his dog called Corky, which I thought was very clever.
That's a lovely little nod.
Just a little nod, exactly.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's from the Carey story.
Hiddleston is really good, isn't he?
Very good. It is from the Carey story that, well, clearly is decades old, but
Yeah.
the series is made by his two sons, who are very nice human beings, who I
Oh, wow.
got to know a little bit at my time in Los Angeles.
Oh,
And it
okay.
is an absolute delight to have it back. It is the best of espionage blockbusters. Lots of beautiful scenery again. It
Oh,
feels
isn't
very
it fabulous?
James Bond-esque in terms of
Very,
the
very.
fabulous scenery, the great set pieces, lots of intrigue.
And a terrific villain who scares the crap out of me. I'm just sitting watching it. I'm thinking, please God, don't let him come to
Great
London
villain.
or the
Yeah,
Cotswolds. I don't
so
want him near me.
Hiddleston, yeah, he's after a supervillain. Well, and so that's the essence of the story. And is he going to get him or not? Well, we'll find out by the end of episode 6, and I'm sure, will enjoy the journey as we go along. Hiddleston, very briefly, has sort of got sucked into continuing to work for the security services. When we first met him 10 years ago, he was the night manager in a posh hotel.
That's right.
But through various means and machinations, he ends up working for the security services. And now he is a full-time employee of the security services, but in a slightly weird department that
The
sort
Night
of,
Owls.
well, it's a bit night owls, because that was what I immediately thought of, but it's also a little bit slow horses. It's a sort of
is it?
slightly oddball department.
Yeah, well, they're
just sort
called the
of
Night Owls.
They're called the Night Owls, but there is also, oh no, I was thinking there's a TV series in the US called The Night Agent, about a man who is at the end of a phone working for the security services in the States. So yes, they're called the Night Owls. But didn't it feel a little bit to you like the gang from Slow Horses, a sort of...
I've never seen Slow Horses.
Oh, you are
So
totally
I know you always
hopeless.
tell me off every week.
I know, you're right. I had forgotten. Okay. Well, Slow Horses is a department of slightly oddball misfit characters. And I think there's a nod to that in a way, that we understand that Hiddleston isn't quite in the fast stream.
Well, he deliberately opted out, of course, remember?
Yeah.
Because there's a beautiful little line. It's all covered in like 1 or 2 lines of dialogue. You know, he refused promotion. He refused to do anything. He just wanted to be where he was.
Just wanted to be where he was.
Yeah.
Anyway, the character has developed a bit, not massively. We don't know much about, well, we know he hasn't got a girlfriend, but then there's that sort of gold blend moment at his front door where he meets the girl from the flat opposite.
She was nice. I liked her.
Yeah, so she's got potential. Maybe the gold blend moment will pay off in later.
Because he's not going to end up with the exotic one. Because she's
No, well,
way too exotic for Tom Hiddleston. Let's be honest about it.
Anyway, it is absolutely the best thing that the BBC have put on in the last couple of months, without a doubt. They held it back until the new year for BBC Drama, and they're dropping, I think, 2 episodes at a time. I think they are.
Are
so
they?
we've had the first. Yes, I think it's going to come
God,
in 2 and 2 and
because
2.
I kind of get, I need it. I need my fix.
Yeah, I need my fix.
Are you enjoying Traitors? Are you not watching?
No, well, you see, as you know, I haven't watched Traitors except for 10 minutes of the celebrity version. But I'm going to have to.
Genius. I hate reality shows. You know.
Yeah.
We've talked about it.
You and me both.
God, we are joined by jazz and humour royalty, Esther Lovely Ray. Hi, Esther. I hope you're all good. She makes me laugh every day on social media. She's hilarious. Anyway,
lovely.
I hate reality. I'm not interested.
Yeah.
I'm just not interested in people. I can't bear it. And it was my daughter said, Dad, you will love Traitors. So I resisted all the things, watched Celebrity, got hooked. And I thought, well, I'll just try this because I can't bear it. My God.
Okay. All right. You
Holy God, it's sensationally good.
Okay. Fair
So
enough.
clever.
In that case, I did my first round of BAFTA voting on Monday, so I've got a little bit of a breather before I have to start anything else. So I will find some time to.
Again.
Yes, I know it comes round with monotonous.
It's always BAFTA season.
It's always well, yeah.
It always seems to be.
We are literally in the thick of it now. So first round voting closed earlier on this week. and then second round, and then third round, and then it's all over, thank God.
And because you download it now, don't you? They don't.
Yeah,
you
well, you do.
download it all, your codes.
We don't really download them. You just go onto a website and you just click on a link and off you go.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't think we've got the ability to download them because they probably don't want them getting into
then you could keep them. I didn't mean it like that. You know what I meant. I mean, what I mean is they don't send you CDs anymore or DVDs.
In fact, one of the films that is on there that I thought I would mention, because I know you are a big music fan, just moving on from The Night Manager before we run out of time, is Song Sung Blue. Were you a Neil Diamond fan?
Very much so.
Thought you might have been. Well, there is a new film out with Hugh Jackman, who I love and has got a fantastically good voice, and Kate Hudson, and they play a tribute act, a Neil Diamond tribute act called Thunder and Lightning, and it's a true story. And in fact, I would have enjoyed it better when I went in if I'd known it was a true story.
Oh, it's a true story. It is true. Yes.
The true story about this weird little tribute act of the guy who plays the character, the Hugh Jackman character, who is the Neil Diamond look-alike and sound-alike.
Looky-likey kind of thing.
Yeah. And his sort of girlfriend sidekick, wife sidekick. And it's just their little story.
There is a difference, Chantal. There's a difference between a girlfriend and a wife.
Well, she starts as a girlfriend,
Never let them meet.
Want to spoil
Never let them meet. That's my big advice.
Yeah, there's a sort of meet cute at the beginning. But actually, it's not going to blow the roof off, and it's not going to get voted for in anybody's list.
It's okay.
But if you like Neil Diamond and you like a thumpingly good tune and a sort of interesting, quirky story and nicely played by the two main characters, then Song Sung Blue is in the cinema right now near you.
Ooh. Did you bother? I have to ask, because they leave me, I'll be honest, set my stall out, so to speak. They leave me stone cold. The Avatar movies, can't be asked with them. I can't bear them.
Right.
I just think, what a load of crap. But this is Avatar 3. Have you dragged yourself off to see it?
I have seen half of it. I
fell asleep through the other half.
Well, no, I've seen it on my iPad because, again, it's one of the BAFTA films that
is it?
I've been voting for. And I would say to anybody, if you're going to see it, you absolutely have to see it in a cinema.
You've got to see it big screen.
You've got the biggest screen possible, because actually the graphics are so extraordinary. The animation is really, really, really top notch. And the stories are, they're just like sort of snap, crackle and pop. You sort of know what you're going to get. There's a little bit of depth to them, but that's not why you're going to see Avatar. No. He's
obsessed with it, isn't he? James Cameron is like, I don't know how old he is now, but he's not a kid. And like, geez, he wants to bring out 4 or 5. I'm like, oh, please make another film.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah. He's sort of, he's trying to make it the odd sort of statement, but it feels as though it's sort of dressed up in
it's so
in the wrong packaging to be making a statement.
It's so, it's like Greta Thunberg, with knobs on it. It's just
there is a little bit of that, but we sort of have to move on from that, I think, don't we?
Yeah, kind of. Technically, of course, it's genius, but
technically, it's off the scale. I mean, you absolutely cannot fault it technically, and it deserves to win everything in the technical categories because it is extraordinary.
Yeah, I mean, technically, it's fantastic. I think he goes down that rabbit. What do I know? I've never made a film in my life, but it goes down the technical rabbit hole, and and he expects everyone to go along with him. But you kind of want a good story, and you'd like good acting, and you want a good script, and you want to have investment in the protagonist, and all those other things. Indeed. I'm fascinated, and I wonder if you feel the same. When you see movies from like 70s and 80s, early 90s, there's no CGI because it wasn't around.
Indeed.
So everything is practical, and you think this is fantastic. It feels so much better.
Yeah, yeah.
It just feels better, I watched Lawrence of Arabia the other day. It was on over.
Oh,
God.
Wonderful. That's a treat.
Again.
Yeah. And if you haven't caught up with it, there's a Hitchcock season on the BBC 6 Hitchcock films,
Ooh.
all packaged up on the BBC. So I don't know how long they'll be there. There's a sort of, they've been there over the Christmas period. But there was one Hitchcock I'd never actually seen that I started a couple of days ago. So if you're a Hitchcock
Rear
fan,
Window.
go see that. No, I've
Which
seen
one?
that
Which one
1,000
haven't you
times.
seen?
What I can't remember what
guess.
it's called now because I didn't recognise the title. But it's with
Suspicion.
James Stewart. It's not Cary Grant. It's James Stewart and Doris Day. But it's good. I've watched the first half and it's good, and I will watch the second half over the weekend.
I'm fascinated because I keep thinking that sun visor is going to fall on your head any second. That's
It's not going to. It's definitely not.
It's kind of doing like that. Listen, I'm so thrilled you were able to. I wish you a.
Not at all.
This is the last time we're going to do it. Wish you a very happy, healthy, and very successful. I hope you have loads of your fabulous trips and your galas and your judging all over the world. I'll carry your bag occasionally. In my dreams, obviously I won't. And have a wonderful year ahead. Thank you so much.
And you too. And you too. Onwards and upwards.
And I hope you find something that isn't brine nylon and grey.
So do I.
Frankly, you may have to come back to town and find something. Drag your pals with you. I'll see you next week, God willing.
All right. You take care. Have a good weekend.
Bye. Bye. Oh, she's back again. Now she's gone. So it's just me. Anyway, that's it for this week. That was like an edition of Celebrity Antique Road Trip, wasn't it? With Chantal in the car. Sean, did you ever see Celebrity Antique Road Trip? It's mad. It's just mad. They're driving these cars. Anybody out there know? I've got a stupid question to end this. It just occurred to me. With Celebrity Antique Road Trip, right? They take these really nice old cars, yeah? Do they really drive them all that distance, or are they low-loaded, then they do pickup shots? Why would you know? I don't know. I'm just curious. Right. Have a fabulous weekend. Yeah, I've got nothing else to add to that. Have a lovely, lovely weekend. Stay safe. And until Donald Trump sends Chinooks over 10 Downing Street, no hurty words. Bye, everybody. Bye-bye.